So here's one of the larger food plots. It's really basically in the very center of the property. Because this whole time in my mind right now, I'm thinking, I really like this property. You know, what am I willing to pay? Am I going to write an offer on this? So, and now I'm headed north. And it's showing this farm is north of 44 away. So that's weird.
That is weird.
I mean, that's really weird. Beautiful, beautiful views, just stunning, rolling hills. Countryside is clean. We're about 40 minutes out. Very pretty area so far. Very pretty. Hey guys, Kapper here. Welcome back. So it's been a little bit since our last road trip, but today we're going to change that. So this is the last property that I just went to look at, and it is a nice one. I'm going to tell you, it's a beautiful property. I found it on Facebook. This gentleman who showed me the property has it listed in a few different ways with different acreage amounts. So there's a chunk of 160 and then roughly like 17 or something along those lines with the house, and he's looking at a couple different combinations of trying to sell this place. So I'll get into details with all that, but real quick I'll run you through the rest of these pictures of the ads, and then we're going to hit the road trip. Thanks a lot. Alright, we're almost to Wheatland. It's beautiful hilly country, not too terribly steep, definitely not flat. These little towns are really nice and clean. It's looking good so far. Turn off is coming in like 2-3 miles. So we're a couple miles out, almost there, but the farms here are really nice, nice homes. I did see a combine out in the field, so maybe there is some cash crop fields here. 1.8 miles from here. Alright, so sign up Wheatland, now 1.2 miles. Oh, that's pretty. Right now we're on Highway 153. So this is gravel, really hard path, so it's showing 1 mile of sharp right-hand turn going. We'll see home right here. There's miles. Right here.
In 600 feet, make a U-turn. Continue on County Road 153 for half a mile.
If I passed it, now it's still saying it's up here just a little way.
In 800 feet, sharp right.
Now it's pretty steep right in here. Looks like a few hunting camps we just passed.
Take the next right, then you will arrive at your destination.
11999, yeah, that's the address. So I'll have to run down there. But this looks like it right here. This is nice.
You have arrived.
Place. And you said this is a 03?
Yeah, it's either 03 or 04, yeah.
And you said this is a manufactured?
Yeah, people think it's a trailer. It's not a trailer. It's manufactured. It's on a footing in a crawl space.
Crawl space? Okay.
And I've had the crawl space.
And that's a real wood fireplace?
Yeah, you can get wood. Yep.
Okay.
From the master.
And it's 3 bedrooms?
Yep, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. My wife's got so many clothes. I had to buy her extra clothes rack. I guess we could put the clothes in the kids' room because they're all in college. They're in college now anyway. And there's a shower and a whirlpool tub there.
Okay. So I'm not going to belabor the home tour. It's a very nice home. It's neat as a pin. Everything is clean. It's 3 bedroom, I think 2 bath, laundry. It's a manufactured home. I think 2003 or 2004. As you're going to see on the outside, he did a lot of extra work on the foundation and getting it sealed up nice underneath. It's just a really, really nice home. There's no doubt about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful home, very well kept and clean. Beautiful place. So we'll finish up this home tour and then we're going to hit the property, and that's a beautiful property as well. Let's get some fresh air outside. Everything's out on that wing. You got drilled well?
Yeah, it's on well and stuff.
Well, okay.
Washer and dryers back there, and the furnace and water heater are in that little storage area there.
There goes the truck right there. Could hardly hear it on the road. Hey, buddy. So this multi-section building, a lot of it's insulated with heat and air conditioning in it. The tour might be a little wonky only because I've been waiting to hear back from the guy. I didn't know if he really wanted me to show him in this video or not, so I might skip a few sections, but let's check out the outbuilding. I did the outside sound test. It was just quiet. You could just hear birds. A truck did drive by there, when we first came out, and you could hardly hear it. It's about 200 yards from here to the road, and it is gravel. I measured it. But as you'll see on the outside here, he has this thing sealed up very nicely. He actually paid extra to have it foam sealed underneath and that, due to some health issues and things for, better air quality. So it's a really, really nice home.
Wow. Does the dog bother you?
No, if you want to keep it out.
Because I can put her in the house. In fact, I will.
Okay. He told me about they sealed this whole under thing up. So quite expensive. I don't know if you could see, the yard's pretty flat, and then it drops off back there where the leaf pile is. Is that it right here? But use that. Yeah, use that. Screen porch. Does this room stay pretty dry here in the rain? The roof? That one?
There's a fan in there, it works.
Okay.
Got a little box in there with a wild cat in it. There was an old house up front that I had.
In stages, this building, or how'd that
Must
one
have been,
go?
I don't know. The guy that we bought this from built the house 20 years ago, and I don't know if he added on to this or what the deal was, but
Okay.
there's more around the back side, but we'll just go through it and
Okay.
taking it out because it's got central air and it's got a furnace in here too. But it does work.
The furnace works?
And central air, the furnace, and this wall unit do work.
So is this insulated then, do you
Yeah.
know? Or?
Yeah, yep, I had it, there's a sink here. There's water runs to the outside up front.
So the sink is all functional?
Oh yeah, I took, when it got real cold, I only got it set at 45 now. Off and blew the lines out just because it was, it was like 10 below, and I was get nervous, like what if the furnace shits out, you know, you just never know.
Oh, yeah.
And
So-
I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have frozen pipes, so.
This is just tied into your house water.
It's a little messy there. I haven't been able to.
Is this part of the HVAC?
That's the
These-
wood burner, I'll show you that on the outside.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Okay.
that's what he heated it with, but I filled that propane tank up 2 years ago, and it's at half, it's still half full right now, so,
You running that?
to run that, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna ask if there was a bathroom in here. So there it
Bathroom
is.
and a shower.
Bathroom and shower.
And then this, or up to this, you know, run me a line or two. It wouldn't be that hard. And then to heat this, because this is insulated too.
Okay.
But he had a,
I mean, you could keep it probably warmer.
yeah,
You know.
I suppose.
Okay. All right, real quick, this is the back side of that barn. It's kind of a lean-to, but it does have doors. He has an old wood-burning furnace that used to heat it. The current owner doesn't use that. But you've got another 3 or 4 different bays here that you could use for storage on the outside of the main 2 buildings there that are insulated. So this outside stuff here is not insulated, but there are several bays you could use for more equipment storage and stuff like that.
Just like a lean-to thing.
Okay, so the boat is in this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is just another open stall.
Yeah, I got a lot of junk in there.
Okay.
They don't recycle.
What's in that hole there?
Oh, that's
Burned?
They call them a lagoon. You know what those are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's just for the pole barn.
Okay.
That's just for the bathroom in there.
Okay.
It works. It's not.
What's that through the woods there?
That's the neighbor lives down over through there. He's got solar panels.
Okay.
The property line is right through there, like top of that ridge down there, and then it goes up, and then squares off.
So the line this way is around the edge of that ridge there?
Yeah, somewhere in there, which I'll find out when I. So, there's the barn.
Now, is this the whole 173?
No, this is 160 some. There's another. Where's the road? There's the road. So it goes up to the road, and then over around to the curve. So I own here too.
Is that where you were saying there's a water and a power?
Yeah, there's another old shed. You can see it right from here.
Okay, yep,
And then all along the road till you go around that curve a little bit is ours also.
Okay.
But what I was going to show you is here's the house. See, back in the day when they, you know, I don't know how they surveyed stuff and everything, but if the house was just where the shed was, then this whole 160 would be, you know, I wouldn't need to have it surveyed, you know.
Okay.
But the house is right there, so the 20 acres is going to go where you saw that shed. It'd be this portion, and then it's going to come down here to the house, and then this square. So then there's going to be a drive that'll be owned by whoever buys this, so they don't have to have an easement, and you don't have to have an easement, or whoever buys this.
Okay. And then this is the part of the 20 acres.
Yep,
Up
and then
in the
part of the
front.
20 would go back. Actually, we can walk down there.
All right, now we'll check out the property. It's a beautiful property. I mean, it is a really, really pretty property. I'll show you some of the improvements the gentleman made. So we'll take a quick ride in his truck first on the good trails, and then he's going to let me borrow his four-wheeler, and we'll take another ride around. There is a what could be a really big pond site down in the woods, but whoever built it, it leaks. But I'll show you that. You could potentially, you know, build way back in here at that old pond site. So that's kind of one of the things I'm interested in. So let's check out the woods.
Well, we almost took a job by it near Kapper block.
Yep. All right, so it does look a little flatter than what we are accustomed to in hill country, but it does have a lot of really good varying terrain. So it's kind of like a flat shelf here. This is just getting into the 160-acre piece kind of behind the house. He's had, I think he's got like 9 acres of new food plots opened up in the woods strategically, so they're really, really cool.
Cleaned out.
So let's keep cruising along here. So here's one of the larger food plots. It's really basically in the very center of the property. And I'm going to come back with the four-wheeler and show you some of the terrain changes in the background. You could kind of see them now. But when I come back with the ATV, we'll get a closer look. I think I'm going to do 2 parts to this because it's getting kind of long. But I'm going to finish here showing you the front area by the road, the extra 5-acre piece you could sell, and then in part 2, because this whole time in my mind right now I'm thinking I really like this property. You know, what am I willing to pay? Am I going to write an offer on this? So let's finish out this first part, and then definitely stay tuned for part number 2 if you enjoy this stuff, because it is kind of a nail biter, this one. It's another really close call.
23 somebody bought. See? Closing on that in the end of this month.
Anyway, this was the kind of along the edge. Well, it's not even really in the middle. There was about, I don't know, maybe it was an acre. And then I had this guy clean all this out and got most of it burned.
All right, back up to the front. This next section is just to show you like how the front lays out. There's an extra 5-acre piece up here by the road that, again, if you wanted to, you could see it right here. You could easily sell off a piece up there by the road. You'd have a new neighbor, but it's kind of, see that barn up there? It's kind of pretty far away, you know, 300 plus yards away from the home site here. But it could be an extra bonus, and it gives you breathing space here. You know, nobody's going to build on this part up on the road. But up here on the left, there is a 14-acre piece on the left here that you could see it right here, that you could potentially have a new neighbor up there someday right on the road.
They originally lived up here. They had a mobile home here. They were going to put one in eventually to build that. So there's a well and septic somewhere in there. I probably would be no good. I don't know. But it comes up to around, there's a marker up here somewhere. There's an old survey stake, but I don't know how